know if that's good to know, but maybe.
They know that people want it. It's a good domain, right? And also
I will
brand.
get back to you on this because I feel like that is something I could actually do. I could offer them a note. And then it would, the amount of trust I would gain through having distribution.com is
It's huge.
insane.
Like I was talking to Max. They were able to raise the 9 mil the moment they bought the domain name, the four-letter
Yeah,
domain.com.
for sure, for sure.
So I just had a look at QS.
Hmm.
It's like also an insane amount. So it's like $200,000 for a transfer fee for an IO, which is like insane. $256,000 for a .me, and arguably, I would say a .dev is worth a lot more now, considering that AI and development has taken up quite a bit. I
Yes,
have
agree.
the
Okay,
the
let's start.
presentation. Yeah, ready?
Let's go. I'm all attention is drawn towards you.
This
Go.
feels weird. This feels weird. Okay. Let me. Have you got the URL up?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm on the main page.
Right. All right. Are we ready? Okay. I should say, hey Victoria. Hello Victoria. How are you? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Hi, I'm Lyndon. I'm the founder of Quicksilver. Quicksilver is the payment infrastructure for AI agents. Agents can now hold wallets and spend USDC, but there's no identity, no limits, no trustable logic, and anything around it. Uh, we are this orchestration layer. Every payment system is built for humans. Remove the human, nothing works. 30 cents per transactions kills micropayments. 3-day settlements in a millisecond world. This needs to change. JP Morgan's agentic AI is just filling Swift forms faster. This is a market opening. 140 million transactions were done on 402 last quarter. Agents paying each other in USDC with zero intelligence on top of it. No identity, no limits, no logic. It's $2 billion market today, $500 billion market by 2030. This is a growing exponential market. Every new agent is both a buyer and seller, and Quicksilver wants to be the financial nervous system. Quicksilver will make money as smart as the agents using it. Identity for machines, think KYA, not KYC. Payments that stream like computer streams, budgets that enforce themselves top down, and intelligence routing, negotiation, and firewalls, all automatic. No payment gateway, a financial operating system. The engine exists in Rust. This is how far we've gotten. We have an SDK designed, 402 integrated, and the first YC company as a customer at 1.5 committed volume, 1.5 million committed volume. Stripe, Aiden, Phoenix, and Checkout.com relations built with treasury holders. We are an eWall portfolio company, access to 200 company network with a 2.9% flat fee, one number, 2 minutes to first payment. A bit about the team. I started my first company when I was 16 and grew it to 1 billion users. After that, I built reconciliation infrastructure handling 60 billion pounds. Freddie, the co-founder, he currently runs procurement and AI and the AI board at Summer. So we have a deep understanding of payments. Payments is our DNA. Our advisors include Summer, co-founder, and the CEO of Iwar, who also built an AI bank. We also have Chris Pruscia, the Notion co-founder. So we have a deep technical advisory board. We currently have a Delaware Corp C and a Swiss AGI ready for US and EU from day one. Yeah, so the window is open. We're not just competing with Stripe, we're enhancing them. We're not competing against Stripe, Coinbase, or any other platform. They handle the rails, and we add the intelligence on top. Think Skyfire and Payman merge. Well, they're all writing papers, white papers. We're shipping. 2-minute payments, 2 minutes to first payment. Internet made PayPal, mobile made Square, cloud made Stripe, and agents need Quicksilver. Everyone else is building wallets and white papers, but nobody's shipping the orchestration layer. And that's the gap. That's where we fit in. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. Yeah, that's.
Super cool. I feel like you had very, very strong points. I knew the
Mm-hmm.
pitch before.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
the
okay.
market immense. I think nobody will question how big this can get.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think the opportunities, and beware that everything I'm telling you is always from the go-to-market lens.
Yeah, which is the most important, actually.
For me, I mean, it depends on how much they look at it. If they want to have a highly technical team where they develop proprietary IPs, then I feel like it's super strong. But in, I feel like a few parts were very techy,
Mm-hmm.
which I wasn't quite able to follow as a non-techie. Saying the SDK 402 integrated, the part where you started with the SDK, I
Yeah.
didn't quite catch that. I mean, those were phrases that I've heard in the past, but I couldn't really box them into what they were. The second thing is go to market. I feel like you touched on it a bit by saying what relationships you have and what access to networks you have.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can quantify the pipeline a bit of
Okay.
how many of the 200 people, how much revenue would that be? What's your ICP? How do you want to get to your ICP? If that is something that they look at. Um, Another thing is, I feel like the way you quantified the market was super strong, but you started with a comparison of what JP Morgan does. And then I think JP Morgan was the bank you mentioned at the beginning that
Yes.
just automatically fills up. And so I put you in comparison to other banks. And I don't know if that's the box you want to be in, because that's the
No.
anchor you
Okay.
set. So maybe there's a different comparison. I really liked the last part where you said Stripe is made for blah blah blah, SumUp is made for blah blah blah. I feel like that should be at the beginning because that's kind of how you set the scene for how you want to be framed.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, then one thing that stood out to me was when you said uh, also he also built an AI bank, one of your advisors.
Yeah.
Do you mean uh, who do you mean?
Oh, Daniel. Sorry.
Oh, Daniel Dippold made an AI bank?
Like kind of, he made financial infrastructure that used AI, and then he sold it to a bank. Like that's part of where his
Okay,
wealth came
fair.
from. Yeah.
So maybe we can highlight that you have someone as a very, like, we can quantify that.
Yeah.
Because I think you mentioned he also built an AI bank, and then you left it at that. Maybe we can say and exited at X amount, and now he wants to do it even bigger, and that's why he is advising us. And
Good.
that
Very good.
so just like think of I really kept in mind this one phrase of Johnny where he said his advisor built $100 million business and then he sold it and now he wants to go all in.
Yeah, I do like
This
that.
this thing. Um, when you said not just competing with Stripe, for me it sounded like you were competing with Stripe, which I don't think you are.
No, we're enhancing it. Okay.
Fair. Because not just competing sounds for me like you are competing, but not just competing and also doing additional info. But maybe that's just me as well.
No, you're right. Actually, you're very astute to pick that up. Actually, this is usually what it is. Like we were talking about it before. Don't mention the thing. Like if you're on a date, don't mention the thing you want. Talk about everything else around it, and then you get the thing you want, right? So
Yes.
I just did that in reverse, which pointed at this is what we are doing. Very, yeah, okay. Fix
Um,
Stripe.
and I really like the last sentence where you said agents need Quicksilver.
Yeah,
That's super clear. Maybe we can use that opportunity to highlight your ICP. So maybe we can
hmm,
so maybe we can say what kind of agents need that if you want to go into that go-to-market direction.
yeah.
Or do you even want to integrate go-to-market more?
Um, I think like so. I actually know how GTM works in in the patent space, you pretty much just have to like find startups that are from zero, and you literally have to sit next to them and implement it for them, because that's exactly what Stripe did.
Yeah.
Um, like you have to like, for example, all of these agents that are paying each other, I need to find out who the big players are, and I need to go and fly to them and sit next to them and like literally implement my system. That's kind of what I think I need to do. Like I saw somebody else do it, so
Maybe we can use that as leverage to quantify your pipeline. Maybe we can say that those are the four players, and if you've used them, you have a multiplier network that gets you to this type of revenue.
okay. Yes, and also I should try to avoid. I just got this from a YC video. They said avoid. Uh, Funnily enough, the guy who was talking about it was the guy that made Go Cardless, and he said avoid talking about transactional volume. Talk about revenue.
Mhm. I
But I
feel
don't.
that, yeah.
I have none. So zero
I
rev.
mean, you're so new, and it's such a bold mission you're following. I don't think that they will measure you after revenue.
They so will. They're
Also,
European, Swiss Reserve, like, but they are partnered with ETH, and we have some ETH students like on the thing on the board, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So what
oh,
else?
ETH Zurich.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, what I'm also thinking is you're gathering a lot of proprietary data and you're becoming a system of records for,
Yes.
oh, hi, sweetie. Who's that?
This is dummy.
Ah, yeah.
He's a very
I remember you showed him to me once.
yes. This is the
Hi,
girl
little
dog.
guy.
This is the girl doggy. She's very
Hi, girly. Very
she's
cute.
possessive here. The guy doesn't. Okay, so you were saying talk about the data
System of
capture
records.
system of records.
Yes, I was thinking, maybe you can go into the direction of what mold you're building in terms of what proprietary data you're gathering from that that makes you so sticky.
Um, so the main thing that is in payments is counter counter fraud. So
Hmm.
I mean, I've literally just experienced this the whole week, and um, is if you can make fraud detection cheaper, or offer this as a service, this is valuable, um, because this is actually how I think they make their money. So all of these companies are all doing the same thing. Stripe, SumUp, Paysend, they're all doing the same thing. And Aiden, they're all doing IC pricing, which is
Yeah.
interchange plus. So they all get Visa and MasterCard, and they add on their like charge. So in that 2.9% that Stripe charges, they have margin, and then into that margin is fraud. So they have to
Hmm.
cop any refunds, and so that's why they're very strict on it, and they want to do all of that
Yes.
stuff because that's eating into their money. So if you can make fraud detection cheaper or more intelligent, um, then you can really offer something there. Um,
And you can offer insurance because
yes.
that's a lot of proprietary data that you're building there.
Dan, this is okay. The fact that you just said this is actually crazy. Most people don't catch on this. Um,
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's such a low-hanging fruit.
no, but like, what was it? There was one company that started off, and they were trying to do receipts for restaurants, and they
Hmm.
realized over time that they had like a book of records, and the all of these restaurants couldn't get the right insurance. It would all be really priced really high because of all of these reasons. And they said, actually, we have better data. We can start offering them spot loans. And then they offered insurance, and then they became a unicorn off the insurance back. So
Yes, very bullish on
this
insurance, especially if you're building so much proprietary data here.
It's like when you're when you're saying it's like look at look at all of these people. Like when we're in SF, you're like, look at all of these people. They are potential customers for insurance. Okay.
All of those slides.
Be- because part of it that I didn't put in this is the technical bit that the thing that I'm really after. I don't care about transaction fees that much because I know that
Mhm.
they're all going to zero. The thing that I care about is I want to be able to offer loans to AI, and I want to be able to, and loans are just extensions of insurance. Like I want to be able to do those too. That's what I'm trying to get
Yes.
after. But I don't
That
know.
is something you should highlight in your pitch because that's like your North Star mission. And
Okay.
this, do you know what that reminds me of?
What's
That
that?
motion. Do you remember? Smells like a unicorn to me.
Insurance on off the back of stable coins. Um, because these guys are like USDC and all that stuff. I understand the really deep underworkings of how they're making money on this. Like PETA is trying to get into it so much, like because they literally are printing money. So part of what it did, they literally printed money. So Tether, if you know the behind the scenes, there's a lot of conspiracy that they were just making Tether out of nowhere. They were. A lot of people had that conspiracy, but they couldn't prove it. But I know from people that they were actually doing that. But what happened was, is they got so big that they were able to buy real treasury notes and buy real underlying assets from those treasury notes, offer loans on the treasury notes, and then they were able to go off from the interest on the loans, buy gold, and they rebacked themselves. They rebased themselves based on that,
That's
which
smart.
is actually an insane, incredible play because look at it now. If I do anything, the off ramp goes into USDC unless I launch my own token, which I'm thinking of doing called USDS. But again, I can't. I feel like I'm doing way too much and saying way too much in it. That's what I'm trying to avoid. But if you think I should pull up those things, then yes.
I mean, there are a few keywords that when you say them and they make sense in your pitch, you just sound like an instant win, which is that the proprietary data you're building, loans to AI, insurance, those are the
Hmm.
things where the second you say them, they're like, aha, this is the value that he's building, and this is a lot of value for the Swiss market.
Yeah.
Um, the thing of how it is to me is that the idea is enormously smart and it has the potential to grow itself, but I still think that it's very good if you have a strong go-to-market plan with a weighted pipeline, with what your targets are, what your ICPs are, and if your ICPs are young companies or companies in establishment, and you're going after the usage-based pricing, for example, or transaction fees, so you kind of piggyback on their growth,
Yeah.
um, then that's for sure a good model. But then I would maybe, if possible, add some kind of revenue milestones or some kind of KPIs that can put this big vision into small go-to-market steps, if that
Okay.
is something that they look for.
I mean, I know what the SF guys are kind of after.
Hmm.
And I started reviewing other people's pitch decks and like really cutting them down. And then um, Rick was like, I should just become a VC. And I'm like, no, because it's like not it. But I know the European pitch decks are way different to the US ones because like the US ones, you pretty much just go like problem statement, um, team, and then kind of like traction or whatever it is,
Yeah.
or like the big grand vision. For this, they like the moment if they ask for what you're talking about, I think like um, metrics. I think it's like yeah, we have zero, kind of. We have a
But
bunch
I
of
mean,
contracts.
KPIs are what you make them. If you say you have this kind of market and you're comparable to Stripe, which grew this and this much, but you're the AI native Stripe, I feel like that's something that is, then you can just compare your unit economics and your KPIs and your weighted pipeline to Stripe itself.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't think that you necessarily have to have revenue. I think it's even better that you don't have revenue. I think that's your pre-revenue.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
We're
Silicon
not
Valley.
not making any revenue here.
We are losing money. We
We're
are losing
losing
money.
money. We're burning money.
Yeah.
Don't value us after revenue. No, I think that's actually even better. But I feel like if you have something strong, and if you want, let's catch up in a few hours when
Mm-hmm.
I'm back at because I'm meeting with Amalia and working back from her place,
Mm-hmm.
and we can do a meeting in like 3 hours again, and we can catch up on what
Okay.
you integrated, on
Yeah.
what you.
Yeah. I will do that, and I will, yeah, include some of these changes. Okay. All right. I really appreciate this. Thanks. All right.
Yeah, of course. Let's do it in 2 hours again, and or 2.5 hours. Let's do like 7:30.
Yeah. I will put that clock. I'll clock in. Yeah.
Awesome. And then we can do another session with the built-in.
Yeah.
Let me
Because
just put an alarm so I don't forget.
yeah. The yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. I'll see you then.
What did you mean to say?
Um. No, I just was like, I was just thinking about so what happened today with all of these banks and being blocked and all this stuff is, and this is as well, I guess. I know you haven't talked for a while, but this is actually what Lex is trying to prevent in if you look past what he's displaying, because part of it is all of the POS systems are all linked to Mastercard and Apple, and he's building the decentralized version of that. And that's why it's powerful, because if you do that and then you offer USDC on it,
Hmm.
then there's no way I get blocked. I don't get you don't get debanked, right? Um, and
Yeah,
it's kind of, I never thought it would be really a big thing, but after today, like I never thought it would affect me, and it literally did. Um,
yeah, me
and
too.
it's
I
kind of
I will
scary.
tell you afterwards as well. But I had a
All
very
right.
similar experience.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, everything's going more and more into a liberalist direction.
Yeah. Hopefully, actually, I really hope it does, because I'm
Yeah,
just
me too.
hearing a lot of shit that I'm like, fuck. Okay. All right. I'll see you in a bit,
Okay,
Rachel.
I'll catch you then.
Bye.
See you in 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Bye bye.